All right. Let's see. Yep, we are recording. Everybody see a little red dot?
Yep.
All right, we are recording. All right, so now let's have some questions of what y'all want to cover today, and we will incorporate it in our training along with the other things that I have to go over. So I'm open for suggestions.
So I signed up for Sephora.
Uh-huh.
How do I put that on my site and so forth?
Okay, we can do that.
And also, you told me about remember when you told me how to do the code thing? Go to Rory's site, copy it, and paste it. Well, I did that, then deleted the code. I'm 99, 94, 100% sure I took the code off.
Okay.
I left the site and came back and looked at it without the looked at it without it doing the update. I did update it before I left. I came back and part of the code was still there.
Okay.
I don't know what I did wrong.
We got to make sure that you were not in Classic.
I thought I was in Block.
Yeah, we can we'll look at that too.
Well, why would some of it be up and not all of it though?
All right, hold on. It could just be a glitch because, they were working on the systems and the servers. So you could have come in at a time when the server was kind of in between updating or transitioning over.
So just do it over again.
Yeah, I would too. If it kept some of it and not all of it, then that means there is a little glitch in there somewhere. So that's what I would do, was just go ahead, delete everything that you have in there, put the new stuff in there, and then save it. Make sure that you are in Block, the correct Block format. Make sure your whole page is in Block, not Classic. Because even though you might add a new block, if your page is still in Classic, it still won't save it correctly.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so we're going to do that. And y'all do know to go to 1f16.com if you have any problems with your template or you delete something by accident and you don't know what's supposed to go there. You can go to 1f16.com, type in the search what you're looking for, copy it, and put it back on your system. That is your template. That is the home base that you can go to upload anything. Whenever Rory comes out with new information or he creates a new page, that's where it will be. So you can go and copy and paste it in there if you're not comfortable writing new articles yet on your own. Those of us that have been in for a while, whenever Rory comes out with new stuff, we just create our own. But if you're not comfortable doing that, then that's what you can do, is just go in and, make your own. Hold on just a minute.
Sheila?
Uh-huh.
Now, Home with Tanya, is that another one we can take things from?
You can, but he doesn't use that for training. That's Tanya's website. So he uses the 1f16.com for training. So usually whenever he does an update or add something new, it's going to be on the 1f16.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me talk to my student.
Is that the one who's calling you all ago?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's good. Sometimes she has some troubles getting on the website, but it'll be all right. We got her. She'll get on. So any more questions? We got the Sephora and then the codes. Anything else?
Gonna do Facebook maybe?
Facebook, yes, we did say we were going to go over some social media.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And were we also going to do a little bit more on, I know Paul did it this morning, Response Magic, but I thought we had a couple of questions from last week we were going to cover.
Yes, we can go back over Response Magic.
Hey, Sheila.
Yes.
You've got all your Valentis pages, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I discovered this with one of my new students. Can you talk about the importance of making sure that the category page has the exact offer pages on the category page? Like, for example, if you're going for Google AdSense approval and you've got 4 offers and you've got 7 that are showing up when you pull up on the category, so you don't have all your offers on that category page, so that kind of sends a signal. Uh,
I know what you're talking about.
and that way, it's in sequence of your offers rather than having just all over the place.
Gotcha. All right. Anything else?
Yes. Now, on some of the pages, there's a reference to Rory's Facebook, and I'm not. How do I say
We're
that?
going to talk about
I don't
that.
have my Facebook up the way I want it. So,
No,
what
okay.
do you put in lieu of Rory's Facebook page?
Okay, let me,
My page?
okay, whoever's ringing their phone, if you could mute, if you're not asking a question, and then I'm going to mute everybody. I'm going to address this right now because I've had several of my students had issues with this.
Okay.
You
Great.
have to remember, this is your website. There should be no link to Rory at all other than you linking to his Blogging for Cash with Rory to get paid. That is it. You do not want to link his Facebook page because this is your website. You want these customers, these leads coming to you. So any social media aspect on your website should be linked to your social media, not Rory's.
But if mine isn't up to snuff yet, is there
Get it
like
up to
something?
Put Instagram, put your Instagram, put your LinkedIn account, put Pinterest if you have a Pinterest board. You can put any social media there. That's part of your modification. Change it up. If you don't want to use Facebook, put your Instagram. If you don't have an Instagram account, get one, set it up, get started. Your social media is your number one way to get your name out there, to get your website out there, because everybody's into social media. Get one up there. If you're in business, get a LinkedIn account. Set it up out there. Set it up, get it running. Especially with this Sephora, you want to have a LinkedIn account. All businesses, all companies have LinkedIn. Some point in time, they'll go in there and look, and there's places in LinkedIn where you can actually blog about articles. You can write your own articles on LinkedIn and have it come to your website. You can put, a blog on LinkedIn. It has a space for it. It says, write an article, and you want to write an article. And it can be about, I wrote one about weight loss and coffee. I put my Valentis out there on LinkedIn, wrote an article. It was straight out of my blog. And at the end of it, I had them linked to come to my website if they wanted more information. So use the tools that you have available. If you don't have them or signed up for them, get signed up for them. It's in your training. He has it in there that says sign up for social media. He has all the links to get in there. Sign up for social media. If you've never had a Facebook account, start one. You're going to have to start somewhere. You're going to have to get that social media up and running because it will be one of your biggest assets for your business, for your website. So get that social media up and running.
I have a Facebook, but when I changed it into a business, it asked me all these questions. And I'm like, whoa. So,
okay, that's the other thing is people will go and actually sign up for a business Facebook, and you really don't need a business Facebook. All you have to do is just open another page in your account and just use it for business. That way you don't get, we're going to go over that. I'll show you. Yeah, that's
I'm new to all that space.
I remember you said, okay.
Yep, we're going to do all that when we go over our Facebook. Any other questions?
Oh, one more. And I don't know if this is related to what James was asking, but I noticed that on some of the categories, I'll use an example. I see blogging with Rory might be in 2 different categories. Is that a good thing to have if you want Google AdSense approval?
You can, but the thing about it is you don't want it in too many places. I know SmartMiner, they have it in 3 different categories, 3 different menus. I wouldn't put it in 3. I'd take one of them out. If you have it in your innovations, blockchain innovations, that's great. Some people have it in their e-business, which is fine. It's also in your free stuff. I wouldn't put it in all 3. I would just put it in 2. But if you want to put it in all 3, then I would definitely make sure that at least 1 out of the 3 of them is different. the information is different, that you've modified it quite a bit, that it doesn't look exactly like the other two. But yes, I wouldn't put 3 of the same article in 3 different categories.
But 2 would be okay, or
2, yes, 2 would definitely be okay, because it can be linked to 2 different categories. But I wouldn't do 3, because that's just what Google calls, what is the word for it? Sort of like fishing. You're fishing for different things and using the same information when it necessarily might not be related to that. Just because SmartMiners are free download, the information in there and a lot of the programs that come with blockchain are not free. Just SmartMiner is. So that kind of can be deceptive, because if they go in and want to do, mine for Bitcoin with another company besides SmartMiner, it's not going to be free. So, that's why I said you if you're going to put it in free, then you need to make sure that it's only for SmartMiner and computer. Nothing else should be on there if it's free, if you're going to put it under the free one. But yes, you can do the same article in multiple categories, but I wouldn't do more than 2.
okay, thank you.
Any more questions? No? Going once? Going twice? All right, so we're going to do what I consider the easy stuff first, which will be your Facebook. So hold on, let me get to Miss Linda Marie. Y'all have to excuse me for just a second. Actually, let me use my phone so all her stuff isn't on there. I love you, Miss Linda. All right. So we're going to go into my Facebook. Let me get a tab. I got too many tabs going on.
Can I just go into the one I already have set up and everything?
Yeah. If you already have your Facebook account, pull it up.
I do.
Okay. And we're going to show you how to set up a separate page, not a separate Facebook account.
Pull up our Facebook page?
Yep. Pull up your Facebook page.
How do I make this screen smaller to do that?
You should be able to open you another tab if you are in Zoom. Zoom should be on your Google. If you're in Google, all you have to do is just click your button right here and open you a new tab.
Where are you? Where are you pointing at?
You see right here? Are you in Google? You should have all your tabs. Zoom should be one of them. If you have Zoom up, just hit your minimize button. You want to minimize your screen and come back to your...
Not seeing that.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you have your tab columns over here? Anything like this? And mine's set up different. Some people have their tabs up on top.
No, I don't. All I'm seeing is your screen.
Yeah, on your, okay.
I got the bottom stuff. I got the mute on the far left and the start video and invite participants, share, chat, record.
Okay. So what you need to do is on your Zoom, you should have where it gives you the option to minimize or exit full screen. So you should have something like this down here at the bottom, and it will give you view, and it'll say minimize or exit full screen.
Okay, here's view options. Okay.
Yep. And then
exit full screen. Okay, I got a smaller screen, but
yeah, and then
okay, I'm really small now.
Yep, and then you should be able to pull up your Google.
What do you mean my
pull up your website, all your different tabs, like a search engine. Pull up your search engine, your Google search engine.
And go to my Facebook.
Can I use Safari? Or does it have to be Chrome?
You want to be working in Chrome.
Yeah, I'm in Chrome.
You want to.
I'm on my Facebook.
Yep. And the reason I say you want to be working in Chrome is because the majority of our affiliates are more Chrome friendly than the other web browsers.
I've got two computers, so on Chrome, I'm going to go to, all right.
Okay. All right. So once you get to your Facebook page, you want to go to your home. You'll see you have different categories up here. You want to go to your home.
Oh, will that be with your name and picture on it?
Yeah, and it should say home at the top. If you see my screen
Oh,
right
okay,
here,
up there, okay.
yeah, it should say home. So you want to click on where it says home.
And where's it supposed to take you?
It's supposed to take you to your home screen where you're going to have all your information over here, right here.
Well, I gotta make that bigger to do that. I can't see that little screen.
Okay.
What did you point at again?
You're going to point to home,
Yeah.
and then it should pull up this page right here where it's going to have your news feeds, your messengers, which shows you everything that you have in your Facebook.
Okay, I see that.
And you're going to see come down here where it says explore.
Okay.
And it should have groups, pages, events, fundraisers, recent activity.
Okay.
All right. So when you want to create a business page, not a new business account, you will click on pages.
Do that.
Okay.
Click on pages.
Click on pages. Yep. And then as you can see, it gives you the pages you've already created, but then it gives you the option to create a new page.
I just haven't caught up yet because I just.
Oh, okay. On the right side, it says create page. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Are we all there yet?
Are we supposed to individually be on
No,
Facebook?
I'm just saying, no, this, you can always come out. Like I said, once I get this, you can come back and watch it, but this is just how you're going to do this. So once you go to create, and I'm not going to create another page, I already have two. Once you come here, you're going to create a page, and then it will give you the options. You know, you can name your page, which you want it to be named after your website. And then it's going to ask you some different information about it. You fill it out, and then you want to make sure you publish it. Then once you get that done, you have several options you can do. You can invite people from your personal Facebook page to come and be on your business page, not your business account. And then what you can do is you're going to see your address. Once you create that page, you're going to see your address. So I'm going to click on my page, and here's my business page address, which is right up here in your toolbar, right here. Now,
click on you again.
yeah. So once you get it created and everything is saved, and you go in there and you start inviting people to come look at your new business Facebook page, this is your link up here. So when you go back to your website, and all the places that has visit me on Facebook or connect with me on Facebook, you want to give them your business page website right here. Okay? That's what you're going to put in. And the reason you want to do this is because this will send them straight to your business page. They will see all of your advertising for your business, because that's all you're going to do here. Basically, you'll put some personal stuff here and there now and again, keep things up to date. But for primarily, this is going to be strictly for business. Like, see, here's my Sephora. You know, just came in here and put Sephora. You know, I created me a meme, put my business logo up there, and just put it out there. This is the same night Roy gave it to me. I put it in there. I didn't even write an article yet. Just wrote a quick little blog, put the link in there, and put it on the business Facebook. And so whenever you want
Where did you get the picture?
I made it.
Oh,
Yeah. I pulled this image off of Google, and then I went to Canva, which is my editing program that I have. I put this Canva,
okay.
Canva. It's a free program. And I went in there, I downloaded this picture, I put this background in. I had already created this logo a long time ago, and I just incorporated this logo on top of there, saved it. So now I have me a logo.
A question on your logo. Is that something you created, or is that part of the memes?
No, I created this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And that's the good thing about Canva. You can go in there and create your own logo.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you can go in there and create. You can create about anything in Canva. You just have to be careful because some of the stuff, if it doesn't say free, it will charge you. The charge still isn't very much. It's usually like $1, a couple of dollars. I think the most I saw anything was like $5. But still, you know, there's still enough free stuff in there that you don't have to pay. Shouldn't have to pay for anything. But you can go in there and create it. And then once you create it and save it, then you just layer different things on there until you get it look the way you want to. And then, as you can see, I've already reached 17 people. And the reason I only have 135 people here yet that's come in through here. But I also have yet to invite people from my original Facebook page to come here. This is just people straight from advertising that's come here and signed up and follow me on this. So that's the one thing you want to do. The other thing that's good about having a page separate from your personal page is that if you do get those crazy people that come in, because you want to, you know, accept friends from here to here. But if they are crazy, you know, I've had people ask me, are you single? No, I'm married. It doesn't matter if I say I'm married, happily married for almost 30 years. I still say, yeah, well, do you want to go on a date? And so, you know what? I block them and send it to Facebook. And then Facebook will investigate it, but they cannot access my information again. The other thing about this is you don't have you don't have anything about personal. You know, they can't see my name. They don't have my address. My family photos are not here. They cannot get to my family photos. So this is strictly just my business information, which is good. It protects your family. Now there are some.
Well, how do you separate personal from business in Facebook?
That's what this page is. You create a new page.
Okay.
Yep. So what you're going to do is when you go to your home page, you're going to come down here to explore. You're going to go to pages, and then it's going to give you the option to create a page. And you just follow the instructions there and create a new page. You do not have to create a new business account. Just create a new page and know that that page is going to be used for your business. It saves you a whole lot of time, trouble, and money.
Okay.
So, but just use that, and then that's what you're going to be using to advertise on your website. On your website, when you come to your website, there are going to be pages in there that Roy has where he has linked with his Facebook, his Instagram, whatever he has on there for social media. You need to take that out of there. That needs to be your links for your websites, for your Instagram, for your Facebook, for your LinkedIn, whatever you want to put in there. But you need to take Rory's stuff out of the whole system. This is your system. There should be nothing in there linked to Rory other than you advertising his business on Blogging for Cash.
All right.
Okay. So, you know, that's the one thing you have to get in your mind. This is your website. It's everything in here from advertising to social media should be strictly related to you. This is how people get in touch with you. Okay? Make sense?
I just got to try it.
Yep. And you can play with it, you know, go in, fix it up, you know, create it however you want to. Like I said, with mine, my Facebook represents what my title is. I'm Mama Chief. So guess what? My icon is, you know, Native American. So that's the thing about it. You want it to represent your business, every aspect that you can. You know, put a picture. If you find a picture on Google that represents your business, then use it. If you want to create one, create one. It doesn't mean that you can't put other stuff on there. You can, you know, if you're comfortable, you know, putting personal stuff out there, that's totally up to you. It's just, you know, you just want to make sure that you distinguish one from the other.
Yeah, I asked a couple of friends of mine how to do this, and they didn't know how to do it.
Wouldn't it?
I'll help you try and do it. I don't know how to.
Yeah, well, it's not that hard. It's just, you know, a lot, like I said, a lot of people do not play with this. They get one account when they go in and log in, create an account for Facebook, and that's it. Like I said, I'm a closet tech. geek. I try and explore everything. If I sign up for something, I'm going to find every niche, every glitch in there, explore every avenue that it has available to me till I find something that I like or don't like about it, and that's what I utilize. So that's the good thing about your information. Explore it. Find out what you can and can't use. Don't be afraid just because it's a little outside your realm. Knowledge is literally power. That was the big thing in the 80s. Knowledge is power. Well, guess what? It still is. Play with it. Go in here. If you want to create multiple pages for different things, that's totally your option too. You just have to be able to distinguish them. Keep it simple. One page is all you need. And like I said, just use that strictly for your advertising. Use it for your memes. Invite people, just like my mother-in-law, she is adamant against the wine, and it's a religious thing with her. With me, it's business. She knows I don't drink it, but she doesn't want me advertising it to anybody else. So guess what? She's not invited to my business page because this is where I advertise for my wine. I don't want her to get upset about it. She knows I do wine. She knows I don't drink it, but I'm not going to offend her because she's on my website. I'm not going to offend her by doing something like that. That's another thing about this. We have some people that are in the wine club. They don't drink it. They came in as a non-product member, but they don't want people that know their background to know that they're in a wine company because they're going to think bad about them. Even though they're clean, they're doing well, they see the business aspect. So this is another way to stay, in the background and build your business without getting that incrimination from friends and family that think you've slipped up. So, it's just another way to, stay, what's the word I'm looking for? Incognito, so to speak, and still build your business.
Business and your family and
business
friends.
And family separate until you get to the point to where it doesn't matter. But when you're new and fresh, family and friends' opinion can hurt you until you get that confidence and get your business where you want it. So this is another way you can do that. You invite the people you want to come here from your other personal website, or just let it build based on your website and people that you invite off of your ads. This is where they're going to come. Okay.
Is Facebook going to charge you for that page?
No, they will charge you if you do a business account. They will not charge you for this. This is just another page within your main website, within your main Facebook page.
See, I've got 4 or 5 different emails on Facebook, and my friends go, "Which one are you using?" I go, all these years I've been looking for a home-based business, and I would sign on with them, and they would say, "Well, we get together on Facebook." So I create this new email address for this new business, and then when it fell flat on my face, okay, I can't do this. Give me my refund. I'm done. It's a bunch of scam stuff, so I've left those there. I don't know how to close them out, so I've got 4.
You can go in and actually delete your Facebook link. You can actually email Facebook or link with Facebook and tell them to delete that account.
Okay.
And you can actually pull up your account based on that, and you can hit delete account. It is there, and delete that account. What I would do first is, if you have anybody in that account, invite them to your new page before you delete it. That way you have that following knows where to find you.
All right.
But yeah, you can delete old accounts.
Well, I don't have any business followers.
And if you don't use it,
first business that I've really stayed in tune with and trying to stay on top of.
Yeah, if you don't do anything, I think it's either 12 or 18 months with Facebook, they will send you a notification that they're going to delete you. So, that because of inactivity. And if you don't respond because you don't even use that email, they'll just delete it anyway.
Okay.
So, but if you don't use it, I wouldn't worry about it. Just use the one that you have set up for your business, for this new business. That's the one that you need to be concerned about.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So now our next thing we're going to go through is Sephora. And the thing about Sephora is, and like I said, I save everything based on when I get my links. A lot of people will, when they sign up for something, they will go to the next step. I don't. As soon as it tells me this is your link, this is what I save. So what some people did was once they logged in to Sephora, got their link, saw this page, and automatically they hit continue, and then they saved it. And so guess what it saved? It saved their search where they can search for hotels. I saved mine here because this is all of my information I need to work this business. This tells me about my hotels, bookings. This tells me about my cashback. This tells me about my members only. And here's what everybody's looking for. Right here. This is my ID code. This is my link.
Okay.
All right. Now, if you've downloaded the app on your phone right here, you can, depending on what phone you have, you either went to Google Play or you went to the Apple Store, you went to iTunes Store, whichever one, and you've downloaded the app on your phone. When you log into Sephora on your phone and you pull up the app, you will have an avatar. I'm going to look at my phone real quick so I can make sure that I can show it to you. I don't have a link to my phone on there. Mm-hmm. So as soon as you pull up your app on your phone for Sephora, you will see in the very middle.
I didn't get one.
You're going to see in the middle your personal information. Okay. And then you're going to see a little avatar on the left that says invite. It's going to have a little avatar, which is like a people outline, and it's going to have a plus. And then you click on that and it'll say, who would you like to invite? And you will click on the invite button and it will pull up your ID code. And the only thing you need to remember is everybody has this first set of section, https://Sephora.com/invite/. The only thing different is your ID code. So in Sephora, on your phone app, it will give you your ID code. All right. So the only thing you need to know is this information right here. And then when you go on your app, it will show your ID code where it says share your invite code. That's your ID code. And then you will put that here. Now, once you get all this, this will be your link that you're going to put in your website. So when you go to your Travel for Less page, which is what everybody's using, is the Travel for Less page, you're going to put this link anywhere there's a link for the other program that was there. That makes sense?
Yeah, that's your advertisement link.
Yep, this is your ad link. Mr. Lewis?
It'll bring it back to your website, right?
But
Yes.
I don't have a Sephora page, though.
Yeah, it's not Sephora page. If you go to your website and go to travel, your travel menu, there's a page in there called Travel for Less. That's the page you're going to use for this link. We're just reworking that page.
Oh, I'll go to Travel for Less. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then if you want to create your own page, you're more than welcome to do that too, which I would suggest you do anyway. Just that way you have a couple of different options to use. But for right now, until you get comfortable, just go to your Travel for Less page in your website.
So I don't know if I have that because it says not available on my paperwork here.
Yeah, that means the link's not available. Your page is still there. That's why we're using it. Yeah, the page is still there, but the link that we used to use there is not available anymore. It was actually in ClickBank, and that company went away, but your page is still there.
Okay.
And if it's not, for those of you, if you look, and it should be under travel, if you go to your menu, it should be under travel, or if you go to all pages right here and go to your search and type in Travel for Less, and it will pull it up. And then you just go in and hit edit, or it'll pull it up, and then you can just start editing it. And you want to put in your Sephora link wherever there's a link that needs to be changed. And then you want to take it out of draft and go ahead and hit publish once you get this in there and get it modified.
Okay.
I'm sure next week I'm going to be asking you questions about this one.
That's fine. Sephora, and like I said, Sephora is a really good program. Let's see how much I got in there so far. I hadn't looked at it lately. Let's see. It's a great app. Everybody's using it because travel season's getting ready to start. You got people right now getting ready for spring break, college. See, I got $95 in mine. I'm waiting for somebody to book a hotel. So, you got this to get ready to be April.
Did it cost to sign up for the app?
No, it's free. Totally free. Sephora is free. And anybody that signs up is free. The app is free. It's just like Expedia, Travelocity, all those. The only difference is people can get money off their own app. So what they can do is they will sign up using your app as a referral. So you will get $5 banked or put into your account for every time that somebody signs up, you get up there with the floor.
I don't know what it looks like out where anybody else lives, but outside of Philly here, it's really nice outside.
Well, where I'm at, it's really cloudy and it looks like it's going to bust out rain any moment, and it's cold.
Yeah, I'm right outside Philly, and it's about 65, 70 right now.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Now we can.
My computer
we
just
lost your screen.
Yeah, my computer did something funky. Can y'all see my screen now?
I see something weird.
All right, hold on. I don't know what it did.
I see a Zoom meeting at the top.
1, 2,
saying
1.
that I'm talking. I don't know how it knows I'm talking.
All
Yeah,
right.
meet Linda Marie.
Somehow my share screen went away, so I must have clicked on a button that wasn't. Now,
There it goes.
so I must have clicked too fast. Okay.
How
So,
did you get this page right here?
huh?
How did you get this page right here with these 4 things?
This is what comes up when you first register with Sephora. And like that's what I was saying from the beginning. I am a tech person. As soon as I see vital information that I need, I'm going to bookmark that page. So now whenever I log into my Sephora account, this is what I see. So what a lot of people do is once they log in or register for Sephora, they see this and they read it and they're like, okay, there it is. And then they come here and click continue. And then that takes them to where they can start booking for their hotels. And that's when they bookmark the page. When you bookmark a page, it saves exactly what you bookmark. So if you bookmark to search for hotels, when you log into Sephora, it's going to take you straight to the search for hotels.
Yeah.
I saved it here where it had my vital information on it. And I can come here, search for hotels, click any of these and log out. And when I come back to Sephora, it's still going to bring me right back here because this is where I bookmarked it.
Yeah.
Now, you're talking about when you go online for just the www.sephora.com.
Yeah. But see, since you've registered for Sephora, it's going to pull up your registration page.
Okay. But the only thing that I see on it when I brought it up is just the information they want for the person that's going to sign up for the trip.
Yeah, that's your hotel page, and that's because that's where it's saved. Now, if you've not logged in yet or registered for it yet, then you need to get the link from your instructor.
Well, I have my link.
Okay.
And I've written a blog page for it.
Well,
How you got this?
And that's because either you didn't bookmark it, and it's just going to pull up the last thing that you pulled up or that you saved. So if you want to get your link back, you're going to have to use it from your phone app.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we were supposed to sign on to the phone app.
Yes, you want to get the phone app because it will give you alerts every time somebody logs in.
All right.
I did it by accident. I'm still on the same page you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's a good learning lesson is that whenever you register for anything on your computer, and it pulls up a page that has vital information that you know you're going to need later, instead of trying to guess and think, well, I'll be able to find this later, you might not be able to. So bookmark where you know that information is. That way it will always show up when you log in it because that's where you bookmarked it. That's the key thing about a bookmark is that it will log into the exact page you marked because that's why you saved it. You saved it where you wanted it to bookmark that page. And then you can travel anywhere within this site from here. But when you log out and come back, it's still going to bring you to your bookmark page.
All right.
Oh, okay.
See, I learned that lesson with trying to bookmark the different businesses, the
Yes.
Burnett and all them, because I was trying to remember to save it after the password. So I got a lot of them. They're saved right there at the password. Like, dang, Jimmy, so I tried to fix it, and it ain't letting me fix it very well. But I learned that lesson real quick. You want it to go where you already in. So when you click, you're already in.
Yep. That's the same thing with your website. After you put your website in and you go to your dashboard, that's where you want to save all of your bookmarks. That's where you want to bookmark it, because then your password's in and it's saved. You never have to come back to your password unless you do a website cleanup, or you go and do a crap cleaner where it gets rid of everything. Then your password's in there. So when you start typing, you just have to click it and then go back and then just hit your bookmark. But you always want to bookmark after you put in your password, unless after you put your password in, it gives you this information. Then you want to bookmark this, because this is information you need. Okay.
Did you bring each one of these up at the same time in order to get all 4 of them there?
No, this comes up together.
It all comes up together?
Yeah, comes up as one page.
Oh, okay.
Comes
Only
up as,
when you go to get your link, you'll see this.
when you register, when you first register, this will come up after you put your information in. After you put your name, address, phone number, all that in Sephora, this is the next page that comes up. And this is where I bookmarked it. Then after here, you can come here and hit continue. Once you hit continue, it takes you to where you can go and search and, book your hotels. That's where a lot of people save it, because that's where they want to find out where they can book their hotels. Well, then you've lost this page. You can't get this page back.
Uh-oh.
So,
Uh-oh.
So how do you get the page back if you accidentally lose it? How do you get back to this page where you can save it?
you can get, if you've saved it, it'll come back.
Right.
If you've saved it. If you've bookmarked this, it will always be there.
But what if you failed?
If you failed, you can't. You'll have to get it off your phone app.
I ain't even got my phone app set up yet.
Yeah, that's the only other place you can get your link is on your phone app. And that's
I couldn't figure that out.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about on last Tuesday on the training call. So you get with your instructor and get that link, because Steve, John, what's his name? John? I think his name's John. Might be Steve. I can't remember. But he was on there, and he's the president of Sephora, of the marketing president. He was on there and he was explaining it. He actually had his phone, a picture of his phone app that shows you how you can go in and get your ID back. But it can only get it through the phone, your phone app. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we went over Facebook, Sephora. All right. We went over Rory stuff.
Sheila?
Uh-huh.
How long does the pending amount stays there before we can collect it?
The pending amount will stay in there until they actually book and finish their hotel reservations. So once you get that and someone's signed up and they book a hotel, and then they go and they stay and they leave and the transaction's closed out, then they will calculate it, and it's paid monthly. So at the end of the month, they calculate it, and then they release that money, and then however you've got your payment set up, that's where it will release it, and you'll get an email. Usually you will get a text saying, especially if you have it on your phone app, you will get an alert saying money's been transferred over.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, I didn't do a roll call, so if you are here, please say here on the chat so I can make sure I got everybody checked off. All right, we did Facebook. Response Magic. So what do we need to go over Response Magic? Anything specific we need to go over for Response Magic?
Well,
that's a deep subject.
I have 3 pages.
We're going to talk about shallow minds, right?
So what do we want to go over in Response Magic?
I couldn't get signed back on with all the emails and all the information I have and all HTTPs. I couldn't get back on. So For some reason, I don't have my, excuse me, I do have my username, my password, but it wasn't accepted.
I had that problem with Response Magic. Generally, wasn't accepting it.
Yeah, me and Miss Linda Marie went round and round and round with Response Magic. I'm gonna tell you one thing about Response Magic. If you are not using Google Chrome for whatever reason, it will not keep your password. It will keep spitting it out. I don't care if you wrote it down 50 times and you've copied and pasted it, it will not accept it. It is a stickler for Google Chrome.
And see, I do Google Chrome. There's no reason it should have given us the fit it did.
but Miss Linda Marie was going to Google Chrome through her Yahoo.
Yeah, I don't do Yahoo. I do Google.
Here's the thing. When you're using multiple browsers, because a lot of people will use Edge browser and then they will open up Google Chrome in Edge. It will not work. You have to set Google Chrome up as your default browser. You cannot open another browser within a browser. It's too complicated. The computer will get mixed up. It gets mixed signals, and it will not respond appropriately. So if you are doing that, if you're using Edge, Safari, any other, Microsoft, whatever, Firefox or Foxfire, whatever it's called, if you're using those browsers and then you're looking up Google browser and opening up Google browser on top of that, that still isn't Google browser. You need to be only in Chrome browser. So you need to go to your settings and set Chrome as your default browser. And then that's the only browser that pops up. You're not going through another browser to get to Chrome.
So I won't have Safari anymore?
You will have it. It just will not be your main browser.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Yeah. So so if you're going to Google Chrome through Safari, more than likely Safari is where all your passwords are kept, and Google's trying to find it and it can't. So you need to set Google Chrome as your default browser and use Google Chrome only for your business. Now you can use Safari for anything else, but when you're working this business, use Google Chrome. The other thing is when you go into Response Magic, there's two different options for Response Magic. When you first log into Response Magic, you are going to get this. And this is Response Magic right here, where you are an affiliate, sign up as an affiliate. So if you are here or you see this when you log in, this means that this is your marketing page. Okay. You want to sign in as a customer as the free program. And when you get the free program, then this should be here. It's two different pages, two different options. So you want to make sure that you bookmark that. When you log in, again, when you get to this page, this is what you bookmark. This is where you come up here to your little blue dot in your Chrome browser. You're going to come up here, you're going to click this blue dot, and it's going to say bookmark. Okay, mine says edit because I've already got it saved. Then you can name it and you can assign it a folder. Mine's in my bookmark bar. It's right here. If you do not have a folder, you see I have these multiple folders up here. Me and Miss Linda Marie did some of this the other day. You're going to come to more. All right. And then you're going to come down here to new folder, and you can create a folder and then you can move it around. Mine's in my bookmark bar. And you want to put these folders in your bookmark bar. Then that way they show up here, and you can have one I don't have mine labeled, but I know what they are, but you can label them. You can put all business, whatever the name of your business, all your business advertising. You can put all of your affiliate ones. You can put all personal information in another one. And then you have your other bookmark bar that's just miscellaneous. But then when you go to bookmark something, then you can just designate which folder you want that in, so you know where it's at. Yeah. And you don't have to keep looking back and forth. So you can come here to folder 1. Okay. That's got all my CJ advertising, my stuff like that. Go to folder 2, here's my Google Chrome, my, affiliates, and here's some more of my other
I see.
Well, media, and then here's all my personal stuff, my email, my Instagram, my Facebook, so, and then here are the main ones that I use, my Brunette Marketing, my website is here. So I don't have to keep looking for my website. I have my computer because I check my computer every day. And then I have my Response Magic. And then over here, you hit these two little arrow buttons. And over here, you see other things that I have bookmarked, my instructors, my building relationship, my broken link checker. So these are things that I want immediate access to. I don't want to have to go search for them.
Right.
So that's the way you can organize your bookmark bar and have all of your stuff immediately right at your fingertips instead of coming up here to your toolbar and typing everything in every time, putting in a password, because your website is password sensitive. You mess it up and lock yourself out of it, you're gonna pay to get back in it. Whether it was an accident or whatever, you still got to pay to get back in it. So bookmark that thing, put it on your bookmark bar. So that way all you got to do is click it and it pops up exactly where it needs to pop up. That makes sense?
Yep.
Okay. Play with this stuff, y'all. Play with it. You can't mess this up. The only thing that's going to happen is you're going to have a bunch of stuff up here and then you click this and you're going to have 50 million down there. Guess what? That's where you come in and create folders and then just move everything into the folder and clean it up.
I'm having a hard time moving things into a folder. Say like, oh crap, good example. Shoot. Like I told you about that paleo, that's eating yourself beautiful.
Yeah.
And I signed on for that paleo for my benefit. I was trying to move it all to that one under paleo, and I can't seem to click it and move it over there.
Okay, we'll go over that when we have our training Tuesday.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so that's that. Now, the other thing that we're going to talk about is we're going to go into our website. So I think that's all the technical stuff, unless there's some more stuff. Response Magic. Yeah, just make sure if you have to, go back in and re-log in and then save it once you log in and mark down your information. It could be that it didn't like your password. It's very sensitive, case sensitive with your password. But go back in and reestablish your link and then save it once it gets here. Here's where you're going to create your opt-in form. You can send out email direct broadcasts. If you've already created a magnet, this is where you can come to your customer magnets and see all the different ones you've created. If there's some that you don't use anymore, you can delete them, get rid of them, clean it up. But this is where everything is stored. You can see, you saved emails that you might use several times, your broadcast, your email broadcast. We do not use SMS for Response Magic. You can if you want to. You have to pay for it. That's the thing. The only thing you get free is email.
All right.
Response Magic is free?
Yes. It's free up to, I think up to, forgot how many. But yeah, it's free. Once you get past the mark, it will tell you that you can't add anymore, that you have to upgrade. But for the most part, it's free. So
I got a question about the magnets. Does it come with some magnets already in it?
No, you create the magnet when you go to your opt-in form. Your opt-in form is your magnet. And this is what your magnet is. And everybody should have this. If you don't have this on your website, get it before the day's over. That should be your second thing you do is get your Response Magic magnet on your page.
What are you talking about? I was looking down. I didn't see what you...
Yep. So hold on. I'm still in my edit. You won't see Response Magic on edit.
Okay.
This is your Response Magic.
Okay.
Right here. Right. A minute. Right there. And see, I changed mine. I play with mine. You remember that big old gap? Guess what? I figured out how to put an image in there. So.
And it didn't mess anything up?
Nope. Didn't mess anything up.
Are you going to show us how to do that?
Wait, not today. But,
okay.
Right.
But, but here's your Response Magic, and you can name it anything you want, but you want to make sure that you have this information in here, name, address, at least the name, email, I always put a state because I want to know what time zone they're in, because once they fill this out and it goes to my email list, and I check my email list about once a week, and I send them emails, and I will make sure in there when I send them an email, I ask them for updated information. Hey, can you give me your phone number to keep my record straight? Then I can look at their phone number, and then when I call them to set up an appointment because they've shown interest in something, I know what time I can call them. Because the state, because country,
Not middle of the night.
yeah, because throughout the United States, you do have a time frame that you can call people. It's 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. in their time zone. So guess what? If it's 9 p.m. in California, you can't call somebody in North Carolina because it's 12 o'clock. It's midnight. You're past your, and you can get fined if they report you. And it's a big fine. So you want to stay within the time zones, 9 to 9 every day, 9 to 9. That's why it's always important that you have that state, because then you can pull up a state map. You can pull up the United States, the time zone map, and see where that time zone is, and make your calls and plan accordingly. But yes, you want to have this complete on your page within the first 2 days that you have your website. There should be no excuse that you don't have this. This is how you're going to create traffic to your site, and people will engage with you. And you can create it however you want to. I have this one on my homepage, which is still my welcome page. Guess what? I got a different one on my other pages. Mine's my wine page. Again, like I said, look, I even put a link. I play with mine. That's why I said, y'all, you have to learn your system. It's your system. You got to personalize it. You got to make it yours. You have to do whatever it takes to make it individualized.
I'm on my website and all I see is search, like you have search up there, where it says get wine, blah, 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 and then go down. Do I have to look for
Yeah, if you don't see this, you don't have it. That means you don't have it. Now, the thing that you have to understand is we're going to go here to our widgets. Okay? And I'm going to explain your website. As you can see, you have a left of menu and you have a right content sidebar. Your left of menu is your home page only. So anything here is going to show up only on your home page. That's it. That's the only place it's going to show up. Right side content bar will show on consecutive pages after the home page. So everything after home page, whatever you put here, that's going to be on every other page. Same thing with footer and header. Those show up on every page. The left of menu page is only for your home page. So if you've put something on this page and you didn't put it on this page, this is the only place you're going to see it. So if you say, well, I put a Response Magic Magnet up and I don't see it anywhere, go back and see where you put it. I put it on both sides. That way it shows up on all my pages. And it doesn't have to be the same one, but you can only do two, because this one will be on every page. This one will be only on the home page. So you can only do two.
So you put your Response Magic on left of menu too on your home page?
Yes, okay. I do. Some people don't. I do. I put mine on there. So because they, some people with Google AdSense, they want their Google AdSense to run on the side. My Google AdSense runs across the top because I have my Response Magic there. So it just depends on where you want your Google AdSense to run.
Okay, you'll be proud of me. I just did my default for Google, and so I'll try again to get in touch with Response Magic.
There you go. Okay. All right. So the other thing you want to worry about, look at is, we're going to go here and look at, like James said, we're going to look at your menu. And let's get back here. And your menu is basically your web page at a glance, but you don't want to clutter it. And when I say that, that means you don't want every page you have on cooking, food, and wine to be here. I have probably 20 pages on cooking, wine, chocolate, food in general.
Mhm.
There's no way I can put 20 pages here. It just would be too much. You only want to put relevant, pertinent stuff that you want people to have immediate access to in your menu. So like James was saying, when you're going for Google AdSense, if you have something here in your Dropbox or your drop down, then it needs to go to a page. So if I click Chocolate Lovers Paradise, that means it's going to go to a page, Chocolate Lovers Paradise.
Right.
Now, if you have something here and you click it and it says page not found, if you are applying for Google AdSense, that raises a red flag because they're thinking that you are doing false advertising, that you're advertising something that you do not have. That means you have a broken link, or you've put something in draft and you did not remove it off your menu screen. If you've put something in draft, you still have to come here and either unlink it in your menu and remove this column from your menu structure. And I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to go here and you're going to go to your menus. And this will pull up your menu structure. And this is where you can go in, and people's always talking about, well, how do I create a new category? You have tons of categories, but if there's something that you really want and it's not a specific category and you want to make it one, then when you're creating that page and you know that page, you want it to be a category page, then make sure you bold and capitalize the whole title, because then it will show up here in recent pages. Every menu category is a page. It's created as a page. You just have to come in here and specify that you want it as a menu title. So when you come here, you can, look at things and say, all right, I want to make this a menu. So you click on it. And once that check mark comes up, you're going to click Add to Menu. It will put it in this menu structure.
Huh.
And it will put it at the very bottom. And I've already got DIY, so I'm not going to do another one. It will put it at the very bottom. Okay? And then what you're going to do, based on how you want your menu structure, you're going to drop and drag it. Just move it up. If you want it as a subcategory, you indent it. If you want it as a subcategory to that, then you double indent it. Then you hit Save. And then when you come to your website, there's your information. Now, if you got rid of something, then you have to come here in this menu structure and you have to click on Page. All right, you're going to click on your page and you're going to click Remove. So it removes it out of your menu structure. It's not there, so people can't search it immediately.
Right.
If you still have it in your menu structure and it's going to a dead link and you are applying for Google AdSense, it's going to raise a red flag to them. You don't want it to perceive to be doing false marketing. And that's what they will look at it. It's like you're gaining people's traffic, you're gaining traffic to your system for an advertising that you don't have. And it will make your whole website come under question. You don't want to do that. So whenever you put something in draft, you have two other things you need to do. You have to go to your menu structure. You have to pull up that page, that menu category. You have to unlink the word or phrase that goes to that page in your menu category. And then if you have it in a drop down in your menu, you have to come here and remove it. So it's not there. Okay?
Do they tell you when the Google AdSense tells you what's wrong?
Yes. When you go for Google AdSense, and if you're not approved, they will send you an email and they will tell you exactly what's wrong with your system, why it got denied. What you need to remember, though, is Google is based on traffic and volume and content. So if you have a new system and you've got everything perfect the way you want it, and you have done no advertising, you have not put your system out there on any social media, you haven't done any free ads, you haven't done anything with it, just created it, fixed it, modified it, add new pages, I promise you, you're not going to get approved on the first go round. Ain't going to happen. You got to have traffic. You got to have original content, and that content has to be relevant. Google likes personal involvement, which means based on your experience and what you like, what you dislike. They like trending material, which means, yes, I'll send it to you. They like trending materials, you know, if you're talking, you know, if the culture is talking about, you know, the next space shuttle trip or things like that, you know, or how you know, the politics and relations is going, you know, or anything with politics right now is basically a hot topic. But
Yep.
that's what it is. It's hot topics. If you have something to say about that, write about it. Everything you write about does not have to be linked to an article, an ad. It doesn't have to be linked to a product. You can always do that later, but you don't want to write 10 to 15 pages of blog with no advertising either. You still want to making money. Your website's about making money. So, but that being said, you can still go and have a couple pages that are just, you know, how you think, how you feel, you know, basically I call them my, God, I just went blank. My diary, you know, this is my diary, you know, I write in here, you know, there's some days, some nights, you know, I cannot sleep. Guess what? I'll come in here and I'll write. You can put a page as private as you're writing, you know, if you want to keep it as a diary and just mark it as private, and Google can't see it. Nobody can see it, but it's still on your website.
Yeah.
So that's some of the things that you can do. You can put stuff in draft, just like this one right here, my Bugs Bunny and Looney Tunes. Is a political thing. You know, I wrote that. It sat in my system for almost 3 weeks, and it was just me listening to Bugs Bunny with my grandkids one day, and they weren't laughing. They were still playing with their iPhones, and I'm like, "Why? Bugs Bunny's on. Bugs Bunny's, you know, he's the bomb. What are y'all doing?" You know, and it was like, "Oh, well, he's on." They were not laughing. I was like, "Why are you not laughing?" So I stopped what I was doing and watched it. I was so mad. I was like, okay, number one, you got Bugs Bunny living with Daffy Duck in suburbia in a ranch-style house. You've got Yosemite Sam down the street in a suit. You got Porky Pig running a pizzeria with Speedy Gonzales. You know, you got Witch Hazel on the corners making cookies for the Girl Scout yard bake sale. That is not Bugs Bunny.
No, that's not even.
And everything had a political innuendo. Okay, tick me off big time. Cartoons is not the platform to do that. You know, that's why kids aren't laughing. So I wrote this blog about that. Get politics out of the cartoons. Kids are going to have a rough time as it is without you having to create an agenda for them already. Right. And I wrote about that, and I was hot as a firecracker. Ooh, I was hot. Still makes me mad thinking about it. But it sat there, and I got so many hits. The first day I published it, I got 2,100 hits.
Wow.
Didn't have any marketing in it at all. None. And this was just on Instagram and Facebook. But it sat there for 3 weeks. I can't tell you how many hits I've gotten off of it since. But guess what? After I calmed down and went back and read through it, I tweaked it a little bit, toned it down some. But then I remembered I have all these collectible companies that have the Betty Boop tins, that have the Disney tins, that have, you know, Laurel Hardy videos, has books, has, you know, everything that I grew up with, collectible memorabilia. And so I went back and incorporated that. Hey, you still want to see classic Bugs Bunny? This is the place you can get it. You know, you know, so that's how you can take what you've done in everyday life, everyday experiences. You know, I've got some students that have beat, you know, drug addiction, alcoholism, you know, and have been clean and just done stuff that is just amazing. And I was like, how many people can you relate to that you can reach out and sort of, however you want to phrase it, make a ministry out of this? There's people out there that need your experience, and they might be too afraid to go to the local, you know, hospital or the local group to talk about it, but they'll read about it if somebody's got it there for them to reach out to. You know, use your experiences in your website, talk about it, relate it, and then come back and if you want to monetize it. But you're going to get that traffic coming to your system. And like Rory's already proven, somebody comes to your system, they're going to see all these categories over here, and they're going to say, all right, this person knows me. They've been through what I've been through. They beat it. What else do they have over here that might interest me?
How about senior citizens? I really kind of wanted to
Yes.
do that. I really.
Yes. I've actually got a seniors dating club site that I got approved for the other week.
I want to do more than that.
Yeah, but I'm saying, it's talking to me, but same thing, seniors go through insurance fraud. They go through Social Security, hard to get Social Security benefits for whatever reason. They have health issues. Then you have the loneliness that senior citizens go through because family has gone, they've left them, or they just, but, if you have a niche, and that's what it's called, a niche, things that you are aware of, things that you can write about, things that can relate to people, that's what you need to put in your web system. That's what needs to go on your pages. This I've always taught from the beginning. I even tell my students, what you get when you get your website, that's your training ground. That's your template. And that's all it is a template. You're modifying it. You're changing it to make it better in your words for you to market. But then you're going to create your own stuff. You're going to make your website your own. And the only way to do that is if you can mute yourself, I would appreciate it. That way I don't have to mute everybody. But if you, create your system and make it your own, and because these people that read your website, guess what? They will probably never meet you. They, other than friends and family that come, but the majority of the people that's going to be on your website, they're never going to meet you, but they're going to know you based on your writing and your content, and you're going to create a rapport with them. And then next thing you know, you're going to have so many people signing up for your magnet over here for whatever reason, there's like, okay, I want to stay in contact with them. I want to see what's up. And then you're going to have a following. You're going to gather your clientele, and you will have a customer for life. All because they relate to you, you relate to them, and it has nothing to do with the face-to-face meeting. It all has to do with your relevant content, and they connect with you.
What category do you put under? Do you, like the menu, you never change, right?
You can change it.
Oh, okay. So.
Yeah, you just don't want to add too much. There was one student, I bet you he had 100 things in here. I was like, no, you don't need that. You want relevant stuff. If you have something that you're writing about and it just does not fit in any type of category, but it's, relating, create your own. Just like I said, it's still a page, but when you create that page, you make sure that the title is in all caps and it's bold. So you know that you're going to make that a title, or you're going to make that a menu item. But you don't want to have so many menu items that it looks cluttered. People don't like clutter. They're not going to come if it's just too much, if they have to search too far down to get, where they want to go. The other thing is you want to make sure that you always have this search key right here, because if they don't see it immediately, because you're going to have hidden pages, what we call hidden pages. They're not in your menu structure. They're not in your drop down, but there's still pages in your system that people can read. So you can type in search and just, type in chocolate, whatever they're looking for. And if there's a keyword or it's in a title, it will pull up everything related to that word in your system, and they can shop and look through that. But you don't need to put every article you write in your menu structure. It's impossible, and it will look cluttered and nasty, and it won't get searched.
Thank you. One more thing, Sheila.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Google the pictures that you download. I went to and then bringing them into, so I can get them, like your folder. I'm sorry.
You're good. All right. So this is what I was working on. So let me get back to mine. I'm gonna go back to my my dashboard and go to the one that I was working on. And this is when I'll probably have it finished today. And like I said, I've been thinking about this for quite a while. And I do have it in my drafts. So I'm gonna go to pages, all pages. And since I know it's in draft, I'm going to come up here and I'm just going to click on my drafts because I know it's in drafts. I don't need to go and look at everything else. And I'm going to look for my title. All right. I'm going to click right here. All right. And since I have it in draft, I haven't put in a keyword. And because I haven't put in my keyword, my readability is bad because it don't know what it's looking for. So it's just going based on different things. All right. So what we're going to do is, as you can see, I have an original block and then I have classic. I've used a classic block for this for the simple fact I want to put my pictures where I want them to go. I don't want to block and just have a picture sitting here or use a gallery. I want my picture to be right here beside this paragraph. I want my picture to be right here. I don't want my pictures sitting on top of the word. I want them where I want them to go. So that's a good thing about using Classic is you can structure your pictures. I'm going to come back in here and probably highlight some keywords I want to use and change the color. I've actually, got color here in my, and you can do the same thing when you do your headers. You can do color in your headers. But the reason I did the Classic block is because of how I wanted to structure my pictures. So what I'm going to do is,
Sheila, this is Tina.
Yes.
Is there a way, like if you've already changed a page into block, I heard Paul saying something about you can change it back to Classic and just highlight certain words that you want.
No, you cannot change it back to Classic. What you would have to do is open a Classic block, copy that information in the Classic block, change it the way you want to change it, but you would have to delete the original block because you would have two of the same things. But once you convert it to block, you cannot go back to Classic without opening another Classic block.
Okay, but then can you change after you're done editing that paragraph, can you change that paragraph to block?
Yes, that's what you have to do.
Okay.
Yes, so once you are in class, and it's just a block, and that's the thing about Classic block. You can do everything in here in Classic, but link. You cannot do links. So if you want to link a picture or if you want to link a phrase, you have to convert it to block. And then,
because I was looking for it and I wasn't figuring out how he was talking about that.
Yeah. And this is the other thing is a lot of people, and I had a few of my students are doing the same thing, is when you come to your plus sign and it says add block.
Yeah.
You have 5 other tabs up underneath there that have other categories in them.
Right.
This most used is exactly that. These are the ones that you use all the time, that you use the majority of the time in your system. But if you come down here, you have your common blocks, which is mostly going to be the same thing as your mostly used. Okay. Then you have your formatting, which has your Classic, where you can put code in, your HTML, where you can put tables, different things in here. You scroll down again and you have your layouts. Where you have your buttons, you can put columns, you have your media and text, different things under here that you can use, spacers. Widgets, I don't recommend people use unless you are familiar with writing code or you have code to copy. Still, you can use that under an image or gallery. You can use code. But these right here, you really don't need to use unless you're really computer savvy. So for the most part, this layout, here, right, this is the only thing is the ones here in these layouts, especially this button one right here. I haven't used the columns yet, but I've seen them. I've played with them. I didn't leave them. But these columns, I think I might use it in this one. You can actually separate the columns and have like, I think now that I see it, I got one that I want to do like business. I can do traditional business and related items, and each column can be different, have different pictures in it. This button right here, if you're going to use this button, and that's exactly what it is. It's just a little button that shows up. You can make it any color you want to. You can type anything in it you want to. You can link it, but it will not give you the option to open it in a new tab. So if you use this button, you want to make sure it's at the bottom of your article so that if they click on it, it's going to take them out of your website and it's going to take them straight to wherever you want them to go. That's the only downfall about using the button.
Now, is that a glitch or is that just the
No,
way
that's just the way it's set up. I gotta fit there's, and because this program's new, they're still working on it. You're gonna see updates until they get everything fixed the way they want to fix. Eventually, they'll probably have everything to where you can open it in a new tab. But right now, this button does not allow you to open it in a new tab. So, but it's still a great tool to use, just to make your website different.
I thought you said.
Hey, what is the button for?
Hold on, I'll show you. It's real. Let's see. I'm gonna come down here, and we're gonna open up a tab, and I'm gonna use that button. I'll show you how we're gonna use it.
Okay.
We're gonna click this button. It says add a text, and I'm gonna say, hold on. I want to add text. Okay, join us for homecoming. I'm gonna come over here. I want to change the color. I don't like that gray. And I want it to be purple, darker purple. Right there. Then I'm gonna put a link. I don't have a link right now because I'm not sure what I want to link it to, but then there's my button. And so now, here, that's what it looks like. Join us for homecoming. So like with my wine, I have on my wine page, join today or start today. And then where it says link, I got them going to my wine page for a sign up. So that's how you can use your button. And like I said, I'm going to leave that there because I want them to join us for homecoming. I'm probably going to put a link to the county commission's office for when they, so they can see the announcement when homecoming has been planned. They haven't planned it quite yet, the dates. So I'll probably link that once that's available. But yeah, that's how you're going to use that button. Now for your pictures, we're going to come here, and I've got some pictures, and I want to use this one. This is for our Lumbee homecoming. So you're going to click on, yes.
Lumbee is what? I'm sorry, what is this?
Oh, this is my tribe.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a category of pictures. All right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is my tribe. So I want to use, where is it at? This one. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to save my image.
Mm-hmm. But where did you get it? From what site did you?
I went to Google.
Flowers. Where do I go to flowers? Let's just say flowers.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go to flowers. Okay. And I'm on Google. Okay. See, I'm on Google, and we're going to type flowers. All right. Now, you see up here, whenever you type anything in, you're going to have these commands up here. Yep. And you're going to go to images.
Yep.
Always go to images. Okay, since I want to do Lumbee homecoming. Okay. And I went to images because I was already in images. So that's where you want to go. You're going to go to Google. You're going to search whatever you're looking for. It's always going to come up under all, but since we're only doing images, you want to do images. If you want to look for a video, you can do videos, but right now we're just going to do images. And so I want to get this one. I'm going to click on it, and you want to do save as. Okay. And then it's going to ask you where you want to save it. Mine's in my Dropbox under blogging pictures and Native American culture. I've created a folder so I know what it is, and I'm going to put Indian Princess. I always name it. Okay, so now that picture is saved. And so I'm going to go back to my website. Okay, and I've already said that this is a gallery of Native American events. I've got a video that I've made for my powwow that we did. So then I'm going to go here. I'm going to add a block, and I want to add gallery pictures. Okay, so I'm going to come here to gallery, and I'm going to upload. Okay, because they're not in my media library. A lot of people are getting confused about this. Your media library is all the pictures that are currently in your web system. They are stored in your library. So you can go to your media library and see pictures you've already used in your web system, in your website. That's your media library. That picture I just uploaded or downloaded is not in my library because I have yet to use it in my web system. So if I go and look for it in my media library, it's not going to be there. So I have to upload it. So I'm gonna come here and I'm going to click upload, and it's going to ask me where I want to go. Since I've already been in this one, I know this is where I want to be. So since I'm doing a gallery, I want to do more than one picture. So I'm going to click the first picture I want, which is here, and then you're going to hit the control button.
Okay.
All right. Once you hit the control button, then you click the pictures you want to add.
Okay.
And it's going to highlight those pictures. All right.
So you hold control button and
You hold the control button down. And where's Alexa? No, I have her in here. Oh, and our reigning Miss Lumbee, or not our reigning, last year's Miss Lumbee, she's my cousin's fiance. And she actually is going to be on American Idol. She got a golden ticket.
Cool.
All right, so once you have all the pictures you want to add, then you're going to hit open. And it's going to add all those pictures.
This is where you can make them different sizes. And
well, here you can, but because we have them in gallery, we're not going to size them. It's going to be here. And what you need to be aware of is because we have it in a gallery, you look over here in your toolbar, and it tells you how many columns. Right now I have it set on 3, and it's set to crop images. So what you want to do is, because I got it to crop images, you want to look and see like this one is cutting some of the image off. I don't like that. These are okay, but because of this one's cropped, I don't want it cropped. So we're going to uncrop our images, and then it will show them exactly the way they appear.
Right.
All right. And then if I want it to be different, then I can say, okay, I want 4 columns. So we're going to come over here and up our columns and see how that looks. So now I got 4 columns. If the pictures are too small, which this one I think is too small, we can delete, we can move our columns to 2. All right.
Sheila?
Is
there a way to organize them like in a certain order that you would like them to be in?
Yes, you can. You see this little pencil button? It says Edit Gallery.
Yep.
And your gallery is going to pop up. And you can shuffle them around any way you want to.
Well, because I was looking at that your banner for your tribe. I was thinking that would look good in the middle with all this pictures surrounding it. How can you move it over to the middle? That's what I was going to ask.
Well, as soon as it decides it wants to pull up. So, so here's your pictures. That's not what I want. That's the wrong gallery. All right, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on. All right, come on. My computer's acting up.
You got too many people on the computer in this day.
Yeah. So
that's really what's going on. It's not our computers. It's just too many people in that area on the computer at the same time.
Yeah. So, but all you have to do is go to your edit gallery, and it will pull up your pictures. And then you don't want to click on your X because it's going to, move it. But then you can just move your pictures around based on the size. And so if you want to get all the same size pictures together, you can do that.
Okay.
Or arrange them and sort of have a theme. So and the other thing about this is, you see right here, it says write a caption. You can write a caption. So like, I know this here is Eustacia. That's the reigning, that's Anastasia's mom. And they're the first mother and daughter, Miss Lumbee. She got it the year after I graduated high school, And then her daughter won it 2 years ago. So that's a big accomplishment. But then you can, like I said, move the pictures around. And once you have it the way you want it, then you're just going to hit Update Gallery.
Are you doing that with your left click button?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Left click. And so now it's arranged the way I want it to. I want it to be arranged. And what I can actually go in, and since these two pictures are the same, I can go back and redo it and fix it to where those two pictures are the same. And then because it says link to here, you can't really link it to anything that we have because we're not going to do an attachment page. We don't want it to go to a media file. We don't want people in this stuff right here because this is our website information. So you're just going to not link this. So that's where those captions come in. When you go to edit your page, when you go to edit your gallery and you have this caption image, this is where you can come in and put like a one-liner or a phrase. Let's see.
Talk about videos. How you do the video. If I want to pull up a video, that's from my, or a picture from my photos from my computer.
You do the same thing?
Oh, okay.
Yep. You just have to make sure that they are on your computer, that you do have a file for them, because it's going to ask you when you go to upload an image, because mine's already here, most of the time it'll say select. And then because this one's here, you can always come back in and change it. Like I want to go here. I don't want to use this. Say say my pictures in my library. I just click on pictures and then it will change to that folder. Okay. So wherever you have your pictures at, that's where you want to upload them from. But you have to make sure that they're saved somewhere in your computer for you to get to them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because what I was doing, and that's why I was telling you that some of them, when I went to put them in there, they were supposed to be videos, but they're pictures, because I was downloading my my personal pictures off my phone from my iCloud, and instead of saving it in from the video, I just hit save as, so it saved it at that particular point. The video was playing as a picture. So that didn't do me any good. So that's what I'm going to be doing, is going back and changing some of those so that I can do some. And when I was talking about doing the columns, is like we have some business people that are Native American businesses. So that's what I was going to do. Like this right here is a picture. My mother makes cakes, and this is one of the cakes she made for my cousin's wedding. So I'm going to do business, Native American entrepreneurs, and put columns in there of their different things. So that's some of the stuff I'm going to be doing. But this is a work in progress. Now, the other thing I want to do is show you how to go and put a link. And since this is in classic mode, I know immediately I'm not going to be able to put a link in here. I'm pretty much finished adding the pictures that I want to add. So I'm good with that. So I'm going to come here to classic. I'm going to hit my 3 dots, and I'm going to convert this to block. So now I'm in block mode. So there's my pictures. So this one I'm going to have to do some playing around with. So we're going to fix this picture right here. I'm going to fix this picture right here. There we go. Perfect. Yeah. I like that better. Good. So y'all saw how I did that?
Yep.
Okay. Make sure that's good. All right. So once you go to convert it to blocks, then you can come here and see how it's going to look. And then you can come back and, change your pictures. If you need to manipulate them a little bit, you can. So now I'm going to come here and put some links in. So I'm going to come to my CJ, because I know that's where I'm going to get my link from. And I want to type in I know I want to do Carol Pollock, but I just want to type in jewelry in my search. Actually, I want to do keyword, not advertiser. Go away.
Oh, I thought you said jury.
Jewelry is just, I just cannot get, yeah, that's just the issue with me. So I'm going to use her because she has some great Native American jewelry. Caroline Pollock. So she does some great beadwork, sterling silver, Western jewelry, American jewelry. Perfect. I want to use her, so I'm going to get that code. I'm going to do my click URL. I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to copy. I'm going to come back to my web page, and I want to do this right here. Click my link button. I'm going to paste my link in there. I'm going to hit my 3 dots. Open in a new tab. And then apply. Now, I did have somebody I was training the other day, and there's like, well, why can't I just hit apply first and then come back and hit my buttons? I'm all about simplicity. Do it all at one time in case you forget. Because what if you hit apply and then you go and start doing the next thing and then you forgot to hit open in a new tab? If you do it at one time, it's done. You don't have to come back and do multiple steps. If you can do it in one step, do it in one step. So once you get your link, hit your 3 dots, open in a new tab, then apply. Because if you come back to open in a new tab, you have to apply again. So it stays and saves. So just save yourself some time and headache where you're not thinking, did I open in a new tab or didn't open a new tab? Okay. Just do it all at one time. And it just saves, you know, a headache. So the other thing I want to do is, because she does have some great photos, is I want to add.
Sheila?
Yes.
Now, if we don't open a new tab and we go to and we publish, will it tell us that we didn't do it, or?
No, it sure won't. You won't know.
Okay.
Yeah, it won't tell you. So that's the thing about it, is it will not tell you that you didn't open it in a new tab. So you want to make sure that you do open it in a new tab from the beginning. So I don't want to do this one.
Come back and then add a link, right?
You
can come back and add the link.
Yeah, but what she was saying is, if you publish it and you didn't realize that you forgot to click open in a new tab, would it let you know? And it's no, it will not. It won't let you know. Okay. Yeah, it won't tell you that, hey, this doesn't open in a new tab. So what I'm going to do is, I also want to put her code in there. So I'm going to do a custom HTML block, and I'm going to go back to hers, and I want to put this. I want to put this in there. So I'm going to go to my code, and this time I want to pull my HTML code. I want to pull all of this.
Why?
So I want that picture.
Okay.
So I'm going to paste that in there. And I'm going to click preview. And then I want to.
That's how that picture comes in, is because you did the HTML.
Yep.
Okay.
And because I want it centered, I know how to write code. I just put in there that I want it centered. So now there's my picture. Now you can find a bigger picture if you want. And you just have to look for one and see how it looks. Like this one has some jewelry, some necklaces. Oh, that would be perfect too. That's more negative. Yeah. And sometimes they will actually have the size of the picture that you want, you know, so you can determine if that's the biggest picture you want. But that's fine with me right there. It's just something simple, showing me what you know, that she does have some jewelry out there. There's another company in here that I want to use, but I'll come back to that. But that's how you can, you know, use your information here on CJ for different things. Utilize everything that they have at your disposal. You just have to know which block to put it in. Let's see. If I want to use, what's another one? Jewelry. Let's do moccasins. See if anybody has some moccasins out there. Nope, no moccasins. Probably help if I could spell it.
Well, I actually have 2 pair in my closet.
Yeah. Everybody keeps asking me if I'm going to make them some, and I'm like, no. All right, so Western Justice hand-tooled, period air. I think this is a holster. Yes, that's a gun holster. Leather case for glasses.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, Thor. I just got approval for a Halloween store last night.
Awesome.
Yeah. I was like, really? I had one company, I'll have to show y'all the email if I can remember what the name of the company was, sent me an email this week requesting I sign up for their website or their affiliate marketing. We would love to have you sign up for our affiliate marketing.
Right.
And I was like, really? I don't even know who you are. Yeah, it's like, I don't know who you are. Who are you? But that's what happens, especially when you start getting traffic and getting recognized. These affiliates that are on CJ notice their traffic picks up and notice that you haven't applied for their affiliate company. So guess what? They're wanting to get in on your marketing. So you will get emails like that. And, you know, then you have the option, well, do I want to use them or not? But I'll come back and look for some more stuff, but I really want to get some leather things out there. I might have to go to one of my other marketing houses and find some leather goods. So that's how you can come in here, you know, and get your links. I'll probably put some more stuff in here. I'm going to upload a few more. Like I said, I got some videos I want to put in here. And then, you know, as always, you can use your anchor offers. I'm still not sure how I'm going to tie in my anchor offer, either my Valentis or my wine. With this, I'm sure I can figure out something. Probably will put our homecoming, since it is a homecoming. I got some pictures of us having our big homecoming celebration because all my family comes home during this time of the year. We're not going to be homecoming, and we do have a big get together on Saturday night. So I might get some of our pictures. Actually, I do have some pictures. Hold on. Let me add that block right now. And if I can type. All right, so I got that paragraph. I'm going to add my images. And I'm upload it. And think I got this one under family. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna use that picture. I think I'm gonna come back and add another picture. And you know, we're Southern, so we got to have barbecue. So I got my barbecue pictures in there. And this is my blogging pictures. As you can see, I have folders I've created. And whenever I find pictures that I like, I make sure I put them in the appropriate folder. That way it's just easier for me to find. So here's picnicking. We can use that one. And where is, thought I saved her. Where did it, oh, I think I put it under wedding. Hold on. And these are ones I still have to put in folders. All right. There it is. Okay, so we're going to open this up a little bit. Center it. All right, so here we go. Food, family, and wine. And then I'm going to link that. And since I want an internal link this time, I'm going to take them to.
Is that your daughter's wedding?
That's my cousin.
Oh, your cousin.
Yeah. She actually had a destination wedding the week before this. She took me and all of her bridesmaids. We went to Cozumel for a week, and then we came back, and she actually has a house at Oak Island. She keeps trying to get me to come buy one too. Because we grew up thinking we were sisters. Our parents stayed together. My mom and her mom were single moms for a while. We stayed with my grandparents. And so we grew up thinking we were sisters until I was about 5. Oh. And then my mom got married and we moved out. And, you know, that's when we found out we were cousins, but we still, you know, act like sisters. We're involved in everything. Her children call me aunt. My kids call her aunt. So we just, you know, we're very close. Yeah. So when she found out I wasn't working anymore, that's what she said. Hey, you got to come help me get my wedding together. We're going to Cozumel to do it. I was like, okay, I'm in.
Nice.
So that's how, you know, and then I just linked that page because Google wants you to have an internal link. So there's my internal link. Now we're going to come down here and fix my Google stuff. So I don't have.
Hang on a minute, Sheila. Hang on.
Okay.
Go back up to where you was at on the button.
Mm-hmm.
Right now above food, family, and wine.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you put a link in there?
That's going back to my page. See right there where it says link?
Okay.
Yeah, I just clicked on that and then it gave me this box and I put my link in there.
All right, but you hadn't. I thought, wow, how'd you do that when I wasn't looking?
Yeah. So okay. So you're going to click on that link and then it gives you the option to put your link in there, and then you're going to do the same thing. Hit your buttons, open in a new tab, and save. All right.
Okay.
And then, so let's come down here. My key phrase is going to be Native Pride or Native American. I'm going to put. All right. So doesn't like that. Meta description. I didn't put a meta description. SEO title is wider, which is fine. It says I didn't. Native American. So I got to see what it says about my first. I know I've got Native American. Okay. So you see that I do have Native American. I do have Native American. Please mute yourself if you're having conversation in the background. All right, so now all of a sudden it's happy because this has to be exact. I had Native American. It wanted Native Americans with capital letter. And
actually, got a small A on there.
yeah, so it has to be exact.
Match. Okay.
Yeah, exact match for it to be happy. But I still have to put my meta description. I'm not going to worry about my title being too long. I like my title. I don't want to change it. I'm just going to have to fix some of this other stuff that will make it better. Now, my meta description, you're going to find that under your snippet. So we're going to come here to my snippet, edit it. And you can see my title, it says it's too long, it's red. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm not going to worry about my slug. Your slug is related exactly to your title. So if you change this, you got to change your title. If you change your title, you got to make sure this matches. All right, your meta description is going to be that brief description that you see in Google that explains what your title is. And you want to make sure your keyword is also in your meta description.
Big golly, Lemery. I was writing and looked up and swelled over the page.
All right, and you want to type until it turns green. And once you start typing and it starts changing colors again, backspace, change it to make it where it sounds good. If you put a period and it goes from green to red or green to yellow, orange, take the period out. Punctuation is not an issue when it comes to the ending of it. So now key phrase is in subheading, view more key. All right, so it's telling me I need to use that phrase more often, which like I said, I'm gonna come back and do some more. But my key phrase is green, which is perfect. I want that, so I'm going to consider that done for right now. And then I'm going to come and look at my readability. All right, transition words, 20%. I need at least 30. Consecutive sentences. All right, it says I have 3 consecutive sentences. So we're going to see which ones those are. So we're going to click on this little I. And let's see if it works. Sometimes you have to click it twice to see if it works. Then we're going to scroll back up and see if we can find where those sentences are. There we go. Hour, hour, hour.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So guess what? We're going to make okay. So let's see how that changed anything. See if it went from red to orange. See, orange. So now what I'm going to have to do is we got to get this passive voice down. 23% is way too much. And you're going to do the same thing. You can click on that. And we're going to go back up here and look and see where some of that is. And it will highlight everything that's passive. But you've got to remember that when you start working on one, it will take away the other ones. So you have to go back and click that I over and over and over again. What you can, there's not really anything you can do to, highlight it. Like right here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences here. I bet if I change 2 of these, I will probably get a better reading on that. So this is, like I said, this is just some things that I'm going to have to come back, but it's showing me where I need to do. So here, 1, 2, 3, here's another 3 sentences. in this paragraph that has too many passive in it. So I know if I fix that paragraph, this one, and probably this one right here, I'll get a better reading. So that's how you can come back and look and see exactly what you need to do. And then I'm just going to come in here and pretty it up, which means I'm going to come here and let's make this a drop case. And I'm going to drop cap that. And then I want to change this color setting to, let's do a turquoise background. So I like that. And let's do another color setting. This one here, it doesn't have a picture. We're going to do this as a drop cap. And I want my color setting to be, I don't like that. That's a pukey color. Get more yellow. I want more yellow. There we go. That's too green. There we go. All right. And and see, so, oh, where's my drop cap? I want my drop cap. All right. So there's that. I don't know why it's not staying. All right. And the reason it's still showing that is because I still have my eye click, so it's still letting me know where my problems are. So once I fix that, it'll be okay. I don't want to drop cap this because then it will distort my picture. Where else do I need some color? So that'll be good right there. And then here, I still might come back and make this a classic because I want this picture to be up here with the food. So I might come back and make this a classic block and remove this. Let's do that so y'all can see how that works. All right. Please mute yourself. I'm recording. All right. So we're going to do classic. And I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to put it here. Okay, where'd you go? There we go. I'm going to paste. And then I want to move this picture. I'm going to hit my media. And since I've already used that picture, I'm going to use it in my library. So I'm going to come here. I don't have to download it again. It's already in my library. I'm going to put it there. And I want to move it to the left. Then I'm going to get rid of this block because I've already used it. So let's remove that. And then I want to move that picture here. All right. I'm going to insert that there. And I want to move it over to the right. Actually, let's center that one and open it up a little bit. All right, and then I can get rid of this block. And let's change this color. Yeah, I think that's good. All right, so then I'm going to convert this back to block. And for some reason it dropped it down there, but that's okay. I'll play with it and see what I want to do with it, which is fine. I'll need to get rid of this one. Okay, so I'm gonna play with this one because it didn't put my pictures where I wanted them to, and I should have previewed it before I did that, but that's fine. I can play with it some more. That's how you're gonna go in and change your blocks from classic to block and then redo it. And then everything is there. I'm gonna save this as draft. I'm not gonna publish it yet because I still have some more stuff I wanna do with it. So that's how that goes. And I think we've covered everything. Let me see. We got some comments in here in the chat. Got you.
Yellow?
Yes.
Where we have to have the minimum of 300 words.
Yes.
Okay.
On your page, I got it. Here. Good, Bruce. Here. Was it here? Oh, God. Okay, so everybody was letting me do roll call. Perfect. Yes, in Google, you have to, any article you write, even your menu categories, when you do a menu category, it still has to be a minimum of 300 words for Google. If not, that'll raise a red flag too. You do not have a maximum. So if you have a very lengthy article that you're writing, you want to think about, is somebody going to sit down and read this whole thing? If you can, break it up into a series, which I do all the time. If I know there's something I want to write about and it can be ongoing, or you have several topics, then that's where you're going to create a category and you're going to put bookmark series or whatever you want to name it. And then that's where you're going to have your drop downs, and it can be session 1 or book 1, book 2, article 1, article 2, and then just have a running series of that article. If it's going to be very lengthy, where it almost looks like, it might be 5, 6, 7 pages. You don't want an article that long because people won't read it all. You want to break it into sort of a mini series of articles. But you have to have a minimum of 300 words, minimum. Okay,
thank you.
All right. So do we have any questions? I'm done for what I needed to talk about, except for the last thing. I want to discuss some maintenance things. But other than that, do we have any questions on what we've covered?
Oh, no.
All right. Well, what other question? You got some?
Yeah, here we go. I know it's stupid. Okay, in the very, very beginning, my instructor gave me a long link, which I was supposed to paste in to replace Rory's. Now,
link for what?
When she wanted me to immediately change all the links from Rory's to mine. Now, so that long thing she gave me was my link, or it was just a link for in between if I want to do another from CJ or something else?
The link, the only thing that your instructor should be giving you a link for is a referral link. Any company, any affiliate that we have that requires a referral, that should be the only link they give you. Unless you do not get in the anchor offers, which are the wine or the coffee, then your instructor should give you their link so that you can promote within your own group. That way, whenever you decide to get in, then you will also benefit from the volume created with that group.
Okay, I'll have to ask my instructor.
Yeah, just ask her what link she gave you. But anything else other than that should be a referral link. And then that's for you to go register for that company or that affiliate program. And then you should be able to get your own link, and that's what you market. The only links you should market in your website are your links, unless, like I said, you have not gotten into the anchor offers. And then you want to market your instructor's link in those. For the simple fact is, you want to make sure that any volume you get is within your group. You don't want to market, Rory's link because he's not in your group, and you won't benefit from the volume. So when you do get in, then your left or right leg, whichever one is done, or your building has volume in it that you can benefit from.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
You use and I'm not sure I understand what the internal link is.
Okay, the internal link is with Google. They don't want you to always be sending your people that's coming to your website to a different site. They want you to at least send them back into your website. So an internal link is an offer that you can incorporate on your page that goes to another offer in your website. That's called an internal link. And that means that they can, that's like with my wine. They don't have to leave my website to go to my wine page. So they'll click on that and it'll take them to another page in my website that will tell them how the wine offer works.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so that's why, and it doesn't always have to be the wine page. It could be whatever you want to. If I had a Native American jewelry page on here, then I could, instead of sending them to that Western Jewelry Company, then I could have put an internal link that said, you know, check out all the new and latest, you know, companies that have Native American jewelry. And then I could have put my link to in my page for them to come and read about all the different companies I have that sell Western and American jewelry. But I don't have one. So that's the other thing you want to do, is that every page you create, if possible, sometimes it's not possible, but if it's possible that you have an article in your page relevant or that's mentioned in something that you're writing, then you want to link it to a page in your system. That's called an internal link.
Okay, is it always just your URL number?
Yes. And whatever page you created.
All right, ullnumber.com and then the page?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. To do a drop cap, you would have to do a drop cap, all you do is you go to the paragraph that you want to do a drop cap on, and you just highlight the word and you just click the tab that says drop cap and it automatically drops it. It doesn't give you the option to change the font. That's the bad thing about it. It assigns it a font, but then it will show you that cap and it's only the first word. So once you go away from it, it'll be there and it'll save it. So when you go to your save draft, or published, then that's how it will appear. If you want to remove it after you look at it and say, hey, I don't like it, you just click on your block and uncolorize or click on the drop cap and it goes back to normal. So that's how you would, you know, fix a drop cap. Okay. All right. Any other questions?
Yeah, the Dropbox. I don't know why, but I got stuck on the Dropbox. Or if I go back, maybe it'll explain it to me. But for some reason,
what do you mean a Dropbox?
Well, when we were putting the pictures in and you went to, you said, and I'm going to drop my box and now I'm going to go look for.
Oh, well, see, Dropbox is a program that I have, and that's where I save all my pictures, is in my Dropbox program, which is this. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do we get that, or how do we get that? Or
you can download Dropbox. It's a free program. But if you get access to Rory's Dropbox, you're going to have to upgrade to the business program because you won't have enough memory in the free program to get that.
I see.
Yeah, but Dropbox is a free program that you can use, and that's just, it's sort of like an iCloud for your pictures, so that even if you use your iPhone and you've taken pictures on your iPhone and you want to save them, you can actually download the Dropbox app on your phone and then link it. It's going to be linked based on your password and your registration. And then you can save pictures off your phone to your Dropbox. And then when you come to your desktop, those same images will show up. So it's sort of like an iCloud for your images. That way, you know, if a lot of people have Word and they just save it in a Word document, which is what this one is. Here it's just in my Word document under pictures, you know, so it just depends on what you want to use it for. But I just use Dropbox. But if you do get access to Rory's Dropbox, you will have to upgrade to the professional Dropbox program, which costs, I forgot how much it costs for a year, just so you can have enough space to utilize it.
But you do have enough Dropbox so you don't have to go to Rory's.
No, I do have Rory's.
Oh.
Yeah, Rory's Dropbox is Click Partners, this one right here.
Yeah.
And it has tons. All these folders are full of different pictures based for everything that you use in your marketing, in your website. And I mean, you have access to them. And, you know, some people will use these exclusively. which is fine because he does have quite a bit of them in there. But with me, you know, I like to personalize it. My taste might not always run with Rory's, so that's why I created my own folders in my Dropbox along with Rory's.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I have one other question. If I have a video of my parrot, and it has in the very beginning a song from iTunes or half of it. Now, iTunes allowed me to download it, so you know it wasn't. You can't do it. You got to talk to the da-da-da. So can I put that song with her video if it was okayed by iTunes?
Yes, you just have to figure out how you're going to do it and transfer it to your system.
Okay. Yeah, if I'm going to do the whole video, that'll come along with it.
Yeah, if you have it already saved and it's yours, then yeah, you can go ahead and just download it to your folder and then just put it in your website. Yeah. And what you would do is you would go to media and do the same thing. You know, if it's a YouTube, you can click on the block for YouTube, and it'll ask you for the YouTube link, and you just put that in there, and then it will play it.
No, it's on my.
Yeah. So yeah, all you have to do is just transfer it over. Okay. Yep.
Sheila, I was doing a page, and I got to it was the phrasing part. And there was only one thing that I didn't understand, and I keep getting this as an error, and it has to do with link page phrasing. Is that it?
Yeah. What if you're getting an error that says that that phrase is linked to another page?
Yeah. What does that mean?
Yeah, that means that you have used that keyword in another page. Basically, it means that that page is linked with that key phrase somewhere in your system. You've already used it. And what that means is you're going to have to change your key phrase. Instead of looking for the one that is already used, change the one that you're on now. Because Google won't link two pages in the same system with the same word.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can leave it and it's going to be an error, but Google will not, when you go to get Google AdSense and apply for it, that's one of the red flags it's going to show is that you're linking two products, two pages with the same word, and that's a no-no.
Oh, AdSense won't work.
Yeah. So what you're going to have to do, and like I said, it's easier to change the one you're on than try to find the other one.
Right, right.
So yeah, that's all you have to do is just change your keywords, your what you're linking your page to.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, anything else before I talk about what I need to talk about? Are we good? Okay, last week we talked about us instructors and everybody being a student of time management. We instructors, we make sure that we try to get to our students as fast as we can. Not all of our instructors have the capability of being home 24/7 like I do. Some of them are still working full-time jobs. And they try to get to their students as fast as they can. I've been monitoring the Triple R Evolutions chat rooms this week, and I was kind of disappointed with everybody bashing their instructors about they are not getting back to me. I've been waiting for days. And you have to think about this. We're working our business too. If you are waiting for days, like some of these people said, they've been waiting for days and weeks and haven't heard from anybody, then definitely you need to reach out to someone and say, hey, my instructor's not there. Everybody should have access to Rory's emails, or Skype. You can Skype Rory, or somebody, Paul. Just let somebody know that is in your upline, not your downline. Always go up. Yeah. But you have to remember that not everybody has the capability to work this business full time. They still work their regular job and they will get to you. Please be patient. If it's that big of a deal and it's hindering you, most of you have at least 100 pages in your system that need to be fixed. Go to the next one. Go to the next one and work on it. Go to the next one to fix something. Create a new page. You know what? There's over 75 videos. Watch one. You know, start with Blogging with Rory. Paul Rankin has blogging series 101 and 102. Get with your instructor and say, hey, can I have the links for Paul's blogging series? Go to Paul's webinars, watch those webinars. Do not just automatically assume that your instructor is going to give you the answer for everything. We want you to try to find it yourself. If you've exhausted every resource that you have at your disposal and cannot find it, then you make sure you let them know. I've looked at every video, I've watched every seminar, I've went back and listened to every conversation, and I can't find it. But until you've done that, don't bash your instructor, because I promise you one day you're going to be in their same place and you're going to see where they're coming from. I have over 150 students, and I try my best to make sure I reach them every time they text me on Skype. Don't blow up their phones. That's why we have Skype. You send them a Skype message. We check it. And we all still have to go to bed at a certain time, especially those that work. Mm-hmm. Check, and we try our best to get with you. But please don't badmouth your instructor, because they are doing the best they can. We are still building our business so that we can make sure we're helping you to build your business. We're working out kinks and things. Rory gives us stuff all the time to test so that we give him feedback and say, yes, this works. No, this didn't work. We're not wanting to do this, So it's not that we're just sitting on our butt and just saying, hey, figure it out. But in a way, we are trying to say, figure it out. If you can't, then I'm here. But there's too many resources that you have access to that you should be able to look for it. And like I said, everybody here has at least 100 pages in your system. If you got one page that is giving you an issue, make a note of it and go to the next step. Go to the next page. And if it's in problems modifying a page, guess what? Create some new pages. Just start, creating new pages. You got to do that anyway. And then when you meet with your instructor, you have your list available. You have your questions available, and you let them know, hey, yes, I went to the Blogging for Cash with Rory series and I couldn't find this. I've looked through Paul's webinars, all of them. He's got like 30 webinars out there, and I couldn't find it. So can you please help me find this? Can you please mute yourself, whoever that is moving something around back there? Okay, I'm going to have to mute. Hold on. I didn't want to have to, but I'm going to have to.
Sound like a vacuum cleaner.
Something. All right, muting. Everybody's muted. So what you have to, and like I said, I'm not trying to bash or badmouth anybody, but I just want you to be aware that we all, as instructors, are doing our best to make sure that we give y'all everything that we can as fast as we can. But we want you to be in the same position we're in, that you have enough students to grow your business and create your own downline. So therefore, you're going to have to learn to find your information yourself, and if you can't, then come to us. We'll be here. But you got to be patient with us. You got to give us time, because, some of us have students that we have to work with hands-on more than one time a week, and we schedule it. Y'all saw, I'll be the first one to tell you, look at my schedule, and we work our schedule. So when you call us in the middle of a schedule,
Sheila?
Hold on, wait a minute. No, mute yourself. Please mute yourself till I get finished. If you're calling us in the middle, please mute yourself. Don't just call us because you want to call us and you're having problems. We work our schedule, and I work mine religiously. Leave us a Skype message that you need to get in touch with us, that we need to talk, and say, hey, I need to set up some time. If you don't have a standard meeting time, then you get with your instructor and say, hey, I need to set up some time for us to get together. And respect that request, that they say, okay, I'll get back with you. It's not that they're putting you off, or it's not that they're, being mean or anything, but we are trying to work the best we can with everybody. So just be patient with us. Don't badmouth us. We're doing the best we can. We're working it just like you are. We might have been in it a little bit longer, but we still have to work our own business. We're still creating our own pages. We are working with students that we have to work with, and use every resource you have available to you before you just come and bash anybody. You really shouldn't bash anybody, because I promise you one day you're going to be in the same situation. And I'd hate for somebody's feelings to get hurt because you got bashed. So just be patient with us. We will get to you. I promise you we'll get to you. And if you haven't heard from them by the end of the day, send them another Skype, send them a text message. You should have ways to get in touch with your instructor. But do not just pick up the phone and call, because more than likely we're going to be on a call with another student, or we're going to be, doing something for Rory, or we're going to be doing a flow, or talking to a new prospect. Or guess what? We might doing some personal stuff, like maybe going on a date with our husband, or taking care of our grandkids, or our children, or going, something that we have lives too. And we try to incorporate as much as we can, but you don't want to just automatically assume that this is all we do. I would love to say that's all we do, but we have lives. We're still human. We still have to do what we have to do to make sure we get where we need to go. So just take into consideration how you would feel if somebody was doing what you're doing to your instructor. If you know that you have not looked at everything that you have available to you, just think about that sometimes before you pick up that phone or send that Skype. Think again, did I look at everything? Have I looked at it twice? Have I looked at it 3 times? Have I, went through everything that I have access to? And some of you are probably saying, well, I don't have access to everything. If you have access to that RRR 247, you have access to just about everything Rory has. And if you don't, you Skype me and say, hey, you got some more training, or Skype Paul and say, Paul, can I have this? I don't have access to this training. Paul gives if you're on Paul's webinars, he gives his links at the end of every one, or during his webinar, he'll tell you what his webinar address is for you to look it up. So there's no excuse for you to badmouth your instructor. And I promise you, after this week, if I see it on RRR again that somebody's badmouthing their instructor, I will be PMing you and say, we ain't doing this. And I'll get with Paul and we, say, hey, we need to remove them, because we do not need negativity in any of our chat boards. None. Okay? So that's my soapbox for today.
What is the chat board? What is that?
The chat board is once you are getting, okay, hold on, I have to mute. Who's doing that? Can you please, I don't know what that is. It's staticky something. Okay. The chat room is once you get your website complete and you understand how it works and you're ready to progress. There it is again. Whoever just unmuted, mute yourself. You have some severe static issues. Thank you. So the chat room is if you are have your website completely finished and you're ready to move to the next step, which means you're ready to start instructing students, you're ready to get Google AdSense, your site's completely finished, then we have chat rooms that we will put you on to help you get along better, where you can get in with other people, other students that are in the same process that you're in. If you are not on those chat rooms or in that chat room, then you're not ready to be on there. And once you're ready, your instructor will let you know. She'll say, hey, I'm going to request it. And you have to be you have to be invited to that chat room. And they will let you know that they're going to invite you to that chat room. But the thing about it is if it is monitored. And if you are too negative, or, you're bashing your instructor, you're bashing Rory, you're bashing affiliates, or you're just being downright hostile or negative with comments and things, you will be removed and you will not get access to it for a long time. And you'll probably get a call from either Paul or Rory, letting you know that is not how we handle things. We try to keep negativity to a minimum, bare minimum, none if possible. But we do know that it is out there, but that is not the place to put it. So do not, even if you have access to other people in your downline, you do not want to bash your instructor to other people, because that makes you look bad, not your instructor. I'm sorry to say, that makes you look bad, not the instructor. So just be very, aware, is this the way I would want somebody to treat me? Think of that first before you, do anything negative, or, think about how you would want to be treated. Is that the way you would want somebody to think about you? But please make sure you exhaust all your training. But we are here to help, but you have to be patient with us too. Okay? All right. So I got to find out who that is. I don't know who that is. There it is. Okay. So just remember, we're here. So if there's, I'm gonna unmute everybody, and if there's anything comments, I got a training at 4 o'clock. So we are good to go.
Are you going to put this up on YouTube, on your thing?
Yes, as soon as it gets finished, I'm going to download it. Everybody still see the red bar?
I've been looking at it the whole time.
It's still recording.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, is your 4 o'clock training on the same click?
yeah, my 4 o'clock training is one of my adoptive students. We're going to be going over some stuff. So I train 7 days a week. Somebody.
Will you be able to join the 4 o'clock one?
No, you can't go into 4. This is a private training.
All right.
Can I be adopted?
No.
Why not?
Because you already got your students.
Yeah, but I'm a student and I'm an instructor in training, I guess you could say.
But you're doing very well, Estelle. I'm proud of you. I really am.
I have you to thank, you and James. So
You are doing very well. You have nothing to worry about, and I'll be here forever, I believe.
well, you better be.
Yes, I'm not going anywhere. So, but yeah, if we don't have any more questions, we're going to call it a day. Anybody got anything? Yeah, we'll figure it out. It could just be somebody in the wind or something, but it'll be okay. All right. Are we good? Let's see. I got some comments in the chat room. Let's see. I know, darling. Okay. All righty. So
Thank you, Sheila.
all right, so we're good to go. Everybody's just saying that they got to go, which is fine. So y'all work on your websites. Remember, that's your first priority. Get your website done. Get your links fixed. Add new pages, and those that are instructing, follow your instructor. Follow the guidelines that are there. Keep them up to date. If you have a complaint, always go upline, not cross or downline. And we're here if you need help. Promise you we are. Somebody can help you. That's what we're here for on Saturdays. I think Linda is on Tuesday mornings and Kathleen's Tuesday afternoons. It might be vice versa. I can't remember. But there's somebody that can help you anytime. And if you need that extra help, just let your instructor know that you need extra help, and we can get you in one of the classrooms. And everybody does it differently. I think I'm the only one that does it the way I'm doing it. I've also think I'm the only one that has as many people in it as I do.
Gee, I wonder why that is.
I wonder. I think it's because it's on Saturday.
No, I think it's because you're good.
I learned better with interaction.
Yeah, and that's me. I want y'all's feedback. I want the questions, because then that gives me a direction. I always have a plan that I try to go through and try to show the basics all the time. But your feedback helps me better. that lets me know exactly what you need. On that, I do see one thing I did not go over, and I want to make sure that everybody is doing this. If you have not changed the name of your website, please do that first and foremost. So what you need to do is you need to go to Appearance, and you're going to go to Header. This is going to be the last thing we're going to talk about. And you're going to go to Header. And then once you get to Header, you're going to go to Site Identity. Okay. And right here where it says Site Title is where you're going to put the title of your website. You can't change your URL, your domain name. You cannot change that. You get fined for doing that. You have to pay you can't change that. But you can change this site title. Instead of Online Amazing Offers, change it to something that you're going to be proud of, that you want to represent your website. Your tagline, it can be a one-liner, it can be a zinger, whatever you want to, or you don't have to put anything. I have some students, they don't put anything there. Some people change it for seasons. Some people change it for special occasions. I just have a one-liner in there that lets people know what I'm about. But this is what you want to change. Before you apply for Brunette Marketing, any of the affiliate programs, you need to have a site title. Even though you're going to put in your domain name, your URL, you still want to make sure that you are unique and have a site title change. Just do it. Go ahead and get it over with. Think about it. If you change it later on, that's fine, but don't leave it Online Amazing Offers. That should be one of the first things you change is get that unique, because then that'll give you some direction on where you want to go. Okay? That makes sense to y'all? Because I know some of you still have Online Amazing Offers as your title. Change it, please. That's too generic. If you want to leave that in your title, that's fine. You can put that as your one-liner or your tagline, but change your site title. Make it unique. Make it yours. Okay? All righty. I think that's it. I'm done. Good night, John Boy. I think I saw somebody say that one night on one of our training calls.
Yes. I heard that too.
All right, dears and gentlemen, if we're good, everybody good, no questions?
Thank you, Sheila.
We know where you live.
Hold on, that means I got to move.
We'll follow you. Like Facebook.
Yes, I'm on. Yeah. So, well, one day we're all gonna meet. We're gonna all meet. We're gonna be having the regional in Phoenix coming up. Probably sometime this summer. They'll be announcing it for DC. That's the other thing. If you can get to a regional, get to a regional. If you can get to a function, get there, because you'll be meeting some of your fellow bloggers, some of your fellow DC members, Valentis members. The other thing, if you are not in those anchor offers, do whatever you need to do. Save money, quit smoking, don't go out 2 or 3 times a week for dinner, and save up that money to get in it. If nothing else, start out as a customer, but I promise you do that one-time fee to get in. You're still going to pay the same amount for a customer fee. You just have to pay for that brand partner fee. Valentis is amazing. It's working out so well right now. Everybody's trying to get that bathing suit figure in. It's bouncing off the walls. So just figure out which one you want to get in, make a way to get in it. We have the means to help you build it out there. So just, whatever it takes to get in those anchor offers, try your best to get in them. So, because that's where your immediate money is going to come from, is those anchor offers while your system is building and gaining traffic for Google. So that's my 2 cents on there. It took me quite a while to get into the wine offer, not because I couldn't afford it because I didn't think I could market it because I didn't drink. But you know what? There's people out there that don't need to know I don't drink. And because I can tell them they can put this wine with this drink, with this food, and it'll be fine. You know, your page speaks for you, you know, write about it. But just, you know, the anchor offers are really good, fast money for you to help build your business. And just keep it going. We'll get you access, but, you know, get your pages done. Your website is going to be your money maker in the long run. But you got to make sure that you have your traffic coming to it and you have your Google ready for it. So that's my soapbox. I'm going to stop the recording and we're going to say, have a great day.
Have
a great day and thank you.
You're welcome.